A lot of what you hear about semen retention is either exaggerated or completely misunderstood. That's why so many people try it, expect fast results, and then end up disappointed. But when you strip away the noise, the idea becomes a lot more practical and a lot less mysterious. First, let's be clear about what most people think it is. Some believe it's a shortcut to confidence, energy, and success just by abstaining. Others dismiss it completely because those claims sound unrealistic. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. Semen retention, for most people, isn't some magical transformation. It's more about what changes in your behavior when you start becoming more intentional with your habits. For example, many people notice that when they reduce instant gratification habits, they start redirecting that time and energy into other things. Exercise, work, creativity, discipline. But here's where most people get it wrong. They focus only on restriction and ignore structure. If you're only holding back an urge without replacing it with something meaningful, you'll usually end up frustrated, distracted, or inconsistent. That's why some people say it works, while others say it doesn't. They're not actually doing the same thing. One person is building structure, the other is just resisting impulses. And those are completely different experiences. So instead of treating it like a challenge you either pass or fail, it makes more sense to look at it as a reset of attention. Where is your focus going? What habits are you reinforcing daily? And what are you replacing old patterns with? This is also why results feel different for everyone. If your routine stays the same, nothing really changes. But if you combine it with discipline in sleep, training, work, and screen time, you may start to feel a shift in energy, clarity, and motivation. Not because of one single habit, but because your overall behavior is tightening up. That's the part most explanations leave out. So the real takeaway is simple. It's not about perfection, it's not about extremes, and it's not about chasing quick effects. It's about what kind of person you're becoming through your daily habits and self-control. Everything else is just noise. If this helped you see it in a clearer way, consider subscribing. I break down topics like this in a simple, practical way, without the hype or confusion. And if you want, comment what part you relate to most. I read every one.